I have given it much thought. It seems disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men. We must expand, get more pupils, so that the knowledge will spread.
I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired.
We gotta lay cool.
We tired of being cool, man. Every time we turn around, you telling us to be cool. Shit, man, we tired. The same thing, be cool. We be too cool, we gonna lose.
What's up, YouTube? This your guy HQ, and I'm chilling with my bro, like always, Hardwell, and the one and only worldwide 2-bottle blue bottle Mayberry. And this is For the Love of the Game, my guys. Salute. What it do? Carl will be joining us in a minute. He's just running, handling what he has to handle right now. So me and L's gonna hold it down, but I'm good, bro. What's good?
Slow motion. Thought the Knicks was gonna pull it out tonight. I really did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tough loss. I ain't even gonna front. Tough loss. I thought they was gonna pull it out. Heck, I really did.
Oh, got my guy
AT
was good.
What's up, AT? If I tell you anything different, I'll be lying to you. I thought the energy was good. I thought everybody came ready to play. I could have seen a little better game from RJ. We already knew we was gonna be short-handed on the bench, so IQ, he came ready. You know, I thought the team. I just thought, you know, down the stretch, it shows why Memphis is the second team in the West, and you know we on the outside looking in. You know, and it shows how much we need a point guard. You see the difference. You see the difference in teams. You know what I mean? Because outside of that, I mean, our team came ready to ball. They was balling. Everybody was. It was a good game, man.
Yeah.
But I just knew, like, you know, they had something that we ain't have.
Yeah, I wish we could have locked down the win, because I had this ready to go. You know, RIP to Biggie. You know, birthday just passing and everything. But I had this lined up ready.
Lexus and the Lexus with the Texas license plates out of state. They heard about the pounds you got down in Georgetown, and they heard you got half Virginia locked down. They even heard about the crib you bought your mom up Florida. The fifth coroner called the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for?
You know, so I was trying to have some good energy going into the post game, but
you still got good energy. Still got good energy, bro.
Yeah,
energy's still good, baby. Energy is still good.
But besides the Knicks, I'll put a pause on it that way, because, you know, Hardwill could join us and he could give us his whole take. But besides the Knicks, you know, baseball is back. The MLB lockout, it's over. We are back. We are going to get 162 games too. There's no shortened season. It's going to be a lot of double headers. So with that, I'm happy. Good energy on that. Mitchell Robinson's contract has to get situated, has to get settled up. We have to lock him in. If we don't lock him in, this is just going to be poo-poo doodle on the face. Ben Simmons was back in Philly. What's your take on those issues?
Shout out Brooklyn. Shout out Brooklyn.
Yeah, I have a clip of the game that I'll play from Trap House Sports, but what's your take on those three things that I named before I go into the clip?
Shout out Brooklyn. I'm gonna give my take on that top. Shout out them guys. Them guys came last night. I ain't even going front. I'm not even going front. Them boys came ready to play last night. And
they backed up their new teammate.
If Philly got to go through Brooklyn. It's gonna be another tough year for them. And if them guys stay together, they ain't gonna be able to beat. Because at any given time, Durant he can force the mismatch of him of Embiid having to guard him. You understand what I'm saying? He can
Yeah.
force that, and as long as they can do that, they get busy.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your feeling on baseball coming back?
As far as baseball, I want to see what the Yankees gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm in such a basketball mood right now, so baseball kind of got swept under the rug for me. It's like no big deal. It was funny how they said the asses got to report Sunday. Everybody got to report to camp on Sunday
Right away. No. Right away. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to report on Sunday.
But Thursday, no matter where you at in the world, and some of them guys is on vacation chilling right now.
You got to come back. Get your ass back. But I'm glad that it's back. The free agency period is going to be crazy. Like I said, I have a clip from Trap House Sports. Everybody, if you guys aren't following Trap House Sports on TikTok, follow Trap House Sports on TikTok. They give you fun, insightful knowledge when it comes to sports and highlights. So I got my guy right here. Let's go.
I'm serious. Ben Simmons out here looking like the light-skinned dude from Kid and Play. So that means it's either kid or play. Boy, that Sixers pack was doing astronomical numbers this game. Got the Colossal Titan starting off the game with a shot that's like 1 of 5 that he will make. Kevin Durant arms too fucking long. He look like Slender Man. That shit crazy. Kyrie Irving, the greatest part-time hooper of all time. Look at Kevin Hart to the power of 15 with this motherfucking fadeaway right here. James Harden look like that crackhead in the hood that could have went D1, but he smoked crack instead. Nah, this shit right here crazy, boy. Andre Drummond, this is embarrassing. This happened to me, I would have immediately put my head down. That's the cardinal sin for a sport. You supposed to have a short-term memory. No, I would have never forgot about that one. Nah, this that basketball right here that I like. You ever smack the empty water bottle really hard? That's how I look when Kevin Durant took that shoulder from Joel Embiid. So this game stressing Kevin Durant out. That spot getting bigger. Look at that shit. Cut your hair, Kevin Durant. Cut your hair. His teammate patting him on the chest like, bruh, go to the barber. Look at this fan out here asking for a technical. That shit lame as hell. This is what the game needs, and y'all out here asking for techs. Boy, if Coach Carter would have saw this, he would have punched Kyrie Irving in the chest. We got Jimmy Neutron with the take to the basket, but he passes out to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, the most unguardable praying mantis I ever seen in my life. Kevin Durant, low-key built like a wacky, inflatable, arm flailing two-man. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at James Harden right here with this illegal step back. James Harden was moonwalking in Calabasas to that three-point line. Kevin Durant arm so long he can pick a quarter off the ground standing straight up. Kevin Durant arm so long that when he shoot, the ball actually got to go down to go into the basket. Joel Embiid, you too big to be shooting threes. I ain't no bitch or nothing, but if Joel Embiid ever tried to fight me, I'm gonna go tell somebody. Joel Embiid look like he smoked backwoods by theyself. I ain't gonna lie, the Sixers was getting absolutely hornswoggled this game. Sixers out here getting absolutely boom razzled, boondoggled, flabberdingled, fleamuchongled. Shit so bad they put in scrubs. They actually called me from the house, but I said, oh, word on the street, they actually called me hooping to get some baskets.
Hard Will, what it do on this Friday night, my guy? What is good?
What's up, broski?
Yo, what's good, y'all?
Chilling, bro.
Everything good. Tapping in. Which y'all was just discussing.
We was talking about the MLB.
Well, the Philly versus Brooklyn game. Brooklyn destroyed them. We were just watching a little clip or whatever from last night's game. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the game from last night?
Oh yeah, man, shit. Well, Kyrie Irving, you know, we said it before. If Brooklyn is healthy, they dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So Harden, he gonna have to play really well. I mean, the East is stacked, so whoever in the first round, you know, it's gonna be trouble. I'm hearing different scenarios, but we'll see. I ain't really sure who's gonna win it. I mean, I like Miami, but we'll see. You know, Philly ain't winning that shit, bro.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on tonight's game with the Knicks? You know, they lost, obviously, but what was your takeaway from tonight?
Well, Knicks, yo, it's like when I see the Knicks and they be having the lead and they do all that kind of stuff. I mean, I hate to keep saying the same thing, but you could blame the players for, like we said last show, free throws and certain things, right? But if I'm coaching and I have a 15-point lead, 20-point lead, I got to get us out of there by at least 1 point. So you can't say whatever adjustment I make, a substitution I make, or whatever has to put us in position to pull that off. And it's strange how it works for some parts, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work. And it's because they switch what they always do to get them to lead. They switch what they're doing to something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like L was saying, tonight was a perfect example of this team needs a NBA caliber starting point guard. Go ahead, L.
Yeah, I mean, you seen it. You seen it down the stretch. That was the only difference between us and them. You know, our guys made plays. They're a good rebounding team too. Golly, them boys rebounding like a mother. Jeez, man. It seemed like they got every bounce was going they damn way. Them boys can rebound over there, and that
block.
sometimes it be, yeah, that's and they block shots. They're good. They're good. Block shotting team, and in the playoffs, the way how they play can take you far. You know, it can take you real far. So, you know, I just thought our guys came ready to play. Our guys came played. You know, even when Memphis had went up by 12, our guys they came ready to play. You know, we shorthanded, so it's like that. So that in a nutshell, you know, like I said, I probably could have seen a little bit more production from RJ, but outside of that, I thought all the guys came ready to play. You know, down the stretch, Burks, he was making shots, but it wasn't even like how Clyde like to say, it wasn't no cohesiveness to what was going on out there in the fourth quarter, you know. And that's usually how we've been losing them games, because it's been like that. You know, you don't know what's going on out there. You got guys just running around, end up turning the ball over. You know, so but you know, I thought the guys came ready to play. Memphis is a good team though. A real good team. Real good.
Yeah, they are, you know, but you know, being on this trip, you know, coming off 3 games in a row, that it was solid 3 games in a row. We wanted to end it off with this win tonight, you know. Couldn't get it. Like you said, the team looked gassed in the fourth quarter. Julius Randle scored 30 points after the third quarter, but then in that fourth quarter, he only scored 3 points. You know, RJ Barrett had a slow start, picked it up well, ended the game with 23 points, but in that fourth quarter, he had 0 points. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one.
Yeah.
And see, that's where the point guard comes. That's where the point guard comes in at. See, he don't have to be somebody he don't have to be a scoring point guard. He just has to be somebody that can facilitate, someone that can get the team under control, you know, for everybody. Because that's what the point. He's like the quarterback, you know. You got to get everybody under control, and everybody can't be loose in the fourth quarter like that. You know what I mean? And almost you got to play almost like how you start the first quarter. You got to finish the fourth quarter the same way. You know, everybody want to move the ball. You know, you coming out there, you running your plays. You kind of want to finish the game doing the same kind of things. You know, especially if that was working the whole game, you go with it. And you know,
yeah.
They look like they were just all over the place in the fourth quarter. That's how they've been looking. That's how they've been looking over the last couple of games.
A lot of foul trouble. Mitch had 5 fouls. Taj fouled out of the game. And if you didn't see the when it happened, Taj literally came in the game to sub in for Mitchell Robinson. As soon as he came into the game, he picked up his 5th foul and was fouled out the game. And Sims had to come in right away to pick up the slack. But sloppy game down low when it comes to the foul. But Mitchell Robinson had an okay game. He did as much as he can, diving on the floor, getting those hustle plays, you know, those plays that don't show up in the box stats, you know. But It's just a sour way to end the road trip. In my opinion. What about you, Will?
I mean, you know, you don't take a guy who was your backup three and put him at your point and expect good results. You know what I'm saying? And then he was good as a backup three, and you can't expect him to make point guard plays and put guys in position to score. He's used to finding his own shot or somebody giving him the ball for him to score. You know what I'm saying? So I think with Burks and a lot of decision that Tibbs made, it just didn't work out in our favor. You know what I'm saying? I think, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't just all about today, it's what led up to where we are. And, I see we win a couple of games. And for me, it's just like about if you're a basketball player and you got to come out and win some games, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they lost so many games. I expected them to win some, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't know who it was going to be against. At this point, it don't matter. But when I see headlines about are they going to make the play in and stuff like that, I'm like, it still shows confusion to me. You know what I'm saying? Which don't make no sense. It's clear that we need some different players to play in the positions of other players. Cam is hurt now. That's another step backwards. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. I feel the same way like you will when you say that and you bring up the headlines that for the play-in and the Knicks are getting that way. I'm like, are we watching the same thing? Like, because granted, we won 2-3 games in a row, but we've been dog shit for the entire season. We still have the same issue of not having a point guard. So it's like, even if we were to get into the play-in, what direction is it setting? Like, are we that close? Are we that far away? Like, what are we saying? Like, nah. With the way that this team is constructed right now, I agree with L. We need a solid NBA starting quarterback, point guard, and this team does not have it. And we shouldn't be pushing for that play-in tournament. We just gotta play what we have to play and get the best what we can out of it. You bring up the Cam Reddish injury; he's gonna be out for the rest of the season. You got Quentin Grimes who has his knee injury. You don't know when he's gonna come back. So right now, Deuce needs to be playing. More of these young kids need to be playing more minutes when it comes to Sims. Obi Toppin has that plantar fasciitis injury, and that injury is scary to me because a lot of baseball players that had that injury, had to retire early. Greg Berg from the Yankees had to retire early. Other MLB players had to retire because of that plantar fasciitis injury that messes with the foot. Obi Toppin being the type of player that he is, that relies on his athleticism, having an ankle injury like plantar fasciitis is a bit scary to me.
Out of nowhere.
Literally.
Yeah. We shorthanded. I don't know about no play-in. I always look at like the silver lining. So if we could continue to win games and show growth with the guys, you can start building. You know what I mean? You can start building. So I always want to see us win. I'm not looking for us to make the play-in or anything like that. That's like we got a whole lot of shit we need to work out in-house before we even talk about some damn playoffs. But truth be told, like they have been playing good, but down the stretch, no, when they don't have no floor general, don't have nobody to get the team going. So the results is bad, and we end up losing the game.
Yeah.
But they have been playing good. Look at the numbers. Look at the guys' numbers. Look at all the guys' numbers. From Mitch to Randall to RJ. IQ even playing better. Burks have been playing better. You know, so all the guys have been playing good.
Yeah, specifically IQ. I want to take a second and recognize that he's been getting a lot of grief this season, rightfully deserved. But within these last stretch of games, he has, I'm not sure if the Knicks told him, all right, we don't want you to just run the point guard, just go out there and do what you do. And that's what he's been doing. He's been head down, scoring, doing what he have to do to get to the basket. So shout out to IQ for stepping it up. But when it comes to that, and when it comes to change your picture out, when it comes to even with Randall playing well right now in this stretch, we needed this the entire season. So as good as much we want to congratulate IQ for stepping it up these last few games, IQ and even Julius Randle, we needed this all season from you guys. We in the latter stretch of the season. Coming up right now is literally just a smack in the face, in my opinion. More of a smack in the face than anything else.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe just one of them seasons. Because it was reports that Randall didn't come in. He didn't come in to camp in shape this season like he did last season. So that plays a major part of that. We talked about in the beginning of the season, we didn't see no improvement from IQ from over the summer. So, give him a couple of months of playing real NBA time. He's able to work on a couple of things. Oh, excuse me. His defense has been there all season. Now he's starting to knock down some shots. So, maybe just them guys' time. Maybe they coming into their own, I guess. But it's like it's too little, too late. But that's why I just said, like, I don't see them in no play-in game, but to see them win and grow as a team, that's what I always want to see from any team. Because they start developing good habits, things of that nature. So, but
going out
shout
there,
out Mitchell Robinson. Shout out Mitchell Robinson.
Shout out Mitch, diving on the floor, that extra effort.
Pay the man.
Yeah, pay him, lock him up, man. Do what you got to do so we can keep Mitchell Robinson. Our team ain't gonna be nothing without Mitchell Robinson moving forward. He's one of our young pieces that we need to hold on to. Point blank, period. Point blank, a period.
Yeah, you got to hold on to Mitch. Mitch is it is crazy because you hearing reports of the uncle that Mitch follows on Twitter, how he came out and was talking about how he can't wait to see his nephew leave this team, shit like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Knicks might have dropped the ball on this one. They better do something. They might have to end up overpaying for him.
That's what it's looking like.
They might have to end up overpaying because they done did it to themselves.
Got you right now, Boogie.
Oh, you gonna put it up there?
Yeah, I put it up there for Boogie. Will, what's your thoughts on the Mitchell Robinson? I know it's like the same story we've been repeating for weeks and weeks and weeks. But when it comes to Mitchell Robinson, are you comfortable with overpaying him? Because when you look at the free agent market and what the team could get for a center, it doesn't look good for us, honestly.
Yeah, well, I believe in paying, a piece like Mitch because, he's one of us and he worked hard for some bread. If we can't keep him, then that's what it is. But I like Mitch. I think he deserves some bread. What they talking about giving Mitch?
There's teams talking about they're gonna give him 4 years, 55 mil, 4 years, 60 mil, and just to overpay to get him away from the Knicks. So you got teams like Detroit, teams like New Orleans. So it may be a situation that the Knicks gonna have to overpay in order to keep him. Like El said, his uncle came out, was talking about the situation on Twitter. It's just looking like a mess, and it's looking like the Knicks got egg on their face. At the beginning of the season, this is a conversation you and I had, Will. At the beginning of the season, we were both in agreement that, the Knicks should lock him up, but knowing how the business of the NBA is and how, GMs could manipulate the payroll or try to manipulate the payroll in their favor. It just came back to bite the Knicks in the end, because at the beginning of the season they could have locked them up, but they tried to manipulate the situation to get more time for a cheaper amount of money, but now it's not working out. Go ahead, Al.
You know what? I just thought about something. They actually can overpay him because he's their draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
They can overpay him, and it won't go against the salary. So
yeah, they could go over the luxury salary.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so they could pay him. So pay him.
Yeah,
don't be afraid to pay him. So if it's gonna cost you 60, let it cost you 60. You know what I mean? He does what he does.
Yeah.
Does what
Jay
he does.
Boogie,
Our numbers.
Good?
What's up, Books? Our numbers, we third. We third in the league in rebounding. Right? We fifth in the league in offensive rebounding. That's pretty. Yeah, that's a credit to him. That's good stats. You know.
Yeah, Jay Boogie was good, bro.
Salute.
Yo, shout out to y'all great men, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all hit them like buttons, you know what I'm saying? Please hit the like buttons, man. Show a little homage to what's happening, you know what I'm saying? Great entertainment, great quality, everything going on, man. Guys ain't asking for much. Just hit the like buttons, man. Show appreciation that you like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're typing, hit the like button while you're typing, man. Tough L tonight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the world when I say the L. No, it ain't but one L. You know what I'm saying? That's my man right here on the board. You shout out to Hard Will and shout out to my man Heck. Condolences to my man Hard Will. Hope everything is, you know what I'm saying, it's okay with you and your family and everything. Like I said, anything I can do, let me know, and I'm there to hurry up. Tough L tonight, you know what I'm saying? A game that we would have liked to win. Yeah, I would like to see the guys go ahead and put that 4 horsemen up. But while y'all talking on the subject of Mitch, you know what I'm saying? All this right here, it just still boils down to Leon Rose, yo. You got to get all this right, yo. You know what I'm saying? Your time is running out. I need you to make certain things happen, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the season. Me personally, I can't wait till it's all over because I'm anxious to see what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? You were spoon-fed when you came here and you didn't take advantage of it. You didn't show us that you really knew what you was doing outside of, you know what I'm saying, some old relationship. That's my man. I know him. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this and do that. Let's rock like you going to the club tonight. Nah, this is a $1 billion operation that you're in front of. You know what I'm saying? And first thing first, you got to pay Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the team having a bad season, you know what I'm saying? 3 of our major faults this year that happened to us is the 3 seeds. That's Cleveland, Charlotte, and Chicago. They has passed us this year, you know what I'm saying? And that's all on the fault of Leon Rose and some of the fault, you know, to the squad because we ain't play up to, you know, what we supposed to do. But when teams rebuild their rosters and you don't rebuild your roster and you take back seats, that's what's going to happen. So you got to pay Mitch now because you can't afford for somebody like Detroit to come in and grab. Detroit grab Mitch, you might as well say they passing us because they got major players in major spots that's here to come for years and years to come. You know what I'm saying? You must go ahead and sign this boy, even if it costs you $16 million. You must do it for 2 things. 1, he's a good center. 2, you can't allow nobody else to get us where it come back and hurt us, man. So Leon, man, I can't wait for the season is over. I'm on you, Leon. I ain't on nobody else. I ain't on no players. I ain't on the team. I ain't on the records. I ain't on no drafts. I ain't on none of that. Leon knows. That's why I'm gonna start calling you. Leon knows. You need to, you know what I'm saying, handle your business this year, man, when the off season come, man, because it's only the off season for the players, but it's the on season for the office. And it's easy to play basketball, but it's hard to do what you got to do in that office, you know what I'm saying? But I need you to manage and handle your business more than anything.
Yup. There's no way to follow that.
Salute.
Dropping them bombs, Jay Boogie. I 100% agree with you. I can't wait for this season to be over so we can fast forward through all this nonsense or whatever and get to the draft and free agency, honestly.
Word. Appreciate you, Jay Boogie. You already know, bro. Great take. Yeah, I mean, you know, we gotta sometimes they gotta face reality. I still think they you know, they're not facing reality. A lot of reality came out this season. They got to take it and prepare better for next season.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion on it.
Yeah. This team's not constructed to win, to contend for a play-in tournament, to contend for a playoff, to try to get to the second round. It's not built for it. You know, the front office literally wasted all that cap space this offseason by re-signing Noel and Burks, money to Fournier. You know, D Rose, you know, as much as we love D Rose, that was an overpay of a contract. You're not a big fan of that D Rose contract. It's like they wasted, they traded Porzingis to get this cap space for what? To not do anything with it, to re-sign players that we had, to overpay for certain players. It makes no sense.
Yeah, they overpaid for Fournier. You know what I mean? There was so many other ways you could have went with that bread. So many other ways you could have went with that bread. You could have even gave him less if he ain't want to take it. Then oh well. So, you know, we was playing with house money and we overpaid. That's the bad part. We was playing with house money. We was hot. You know, New York was hot again. So you didn't have to overpay for players. Players wanted to come, but y'all didn't go out there and seek them players. You know, the DeMar DeRozas. You didn't go out there and seek them guys. You know, you didn't even give LaMelo a phone call. None of these guys. You know, so it's
an embarrassment, man.
Now you stuck. It's like you stuck with Rose. You stuck with Fournier. Burks, you could probably move Burks because you definitely stuck with Nerlens. You definitely stuck with Nerlens.
Yeah,
that's he damaged goods. See,
I don't know what's more of an untradeable contract, the Nerlens contract or the Fournier contract.
See, Fournier, you could trade him to a contender. You could trade him to somebody that can use a spot up shooter like him, and you package another player with it, or you package a draft pick, but you can get rid of him because he's putting up his numbers, so you can get rid of him. It's not like he having a bad year.
You know the only scenario that makes sense, right, when it comes to wanting to get rid of the Randall contract, the Fournier contract, the Burks contract, and the Nerlens Noel contract. The only thing that makes sense or that adds up to a possible trade is those 4 players that I named traded for Westbrook, and I do not want Russell Westbrook. What it do, Kent?
What up? Can y'all hear me,
bro? What's good, Kent?
Yeah,
we can hear you,
bro.
Cool. I wasn't sure.
Yes, sir. Give us your take, bro.
Make it brief. I watched the game in bits and pieces because I'm being honest with y'all. I didn't believe we was gonna win it, so I didn't really fully pay attention to it. I was proud when I looked in the game. We had the lead.
Kent, before you go into the Knicks game, tell me about that Philly Brooklyn game last night.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, I can't front yo. Shout out Brooklyn on that one.
My brother was there. He said people were livid, and they weren't livid at Embiid. They were livid at Harden. People were livid because they were like, "Yo, this is the game that you should have been up for. This is not the game that you choked. This is the game that you like, yo. This is." I left y'all for a reason. Like, I'm in a better space. It didn't look like that. And to make matters worse, my man went partying out right after the game. He was in the club. He was in the club with his boy. It was his boy's birthday. They're out in the club with him and Travis Scott and Little Baby and all of them partying up like nothing happened. So I can't knock you for wanting to have fun with your peoples, but you should make sure that there ain't no cameras in there at least videotaping you doing that, because that was one of the biggest knocks on him in Houston was like, yo, my man used to like, it didn't matter if they won or lost. He was going to go out and have his fun and just wild out. And that's why they used to say he wasn't truly dedicated to the game. So I don't know if he really is, if he ain't, but I do know when you partying that hard, you should be also working that hard. That's just me.
This is what you're gonna get with Harden.
Kyrie got up in his ass. Kyrie was like, I got him. And they saying his room was out there saying that Kyrie used to put it on him in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like shut him down in practice. So,
well, you also got to remember part of the reason he left was because he wasn't sure if Kyrie was going to be there or not for the first round. Because right now, let's be honest, if they don't change the mandate, right now they're connected to the 7th, 8th seed. They're gonna play most of their games on the road.
Well, people gotta understand
it's looking like they done that shit on purpose too.
Nah, what people gotta understand is when it comes to this mandate or whatever, right? The state, right, can mandate, the federal government can mandate, but ultimately it's up to the private business. As it's set up right now, the Barclays, whoever runs the Barclays, whatever company runs the Barclays, because basketball is a contact sport, quote unquote contact sport, they allow it for artists who are performing, like, you know, on stage for concerts or whatever. But basketball is totally different. You're on top of each other, and they don't want to take a liability when it comes to insurance. And it's the private business decision that they want to do that.
I understand that, but it's hypocrisy if you're not gonna do that for opposing teams. It's still a big hypocrisy because you're saying, like, yo, somebody from the outside who comes from a whole different state can bring it into the stadium, and then you're monitoring me like crazy, and I'm local. You're on me more than you're on them.
Yeah, but when it comes to the player, I agree with you. It's a little bit of hypocrisy, but when it comes to the player that's coming from outside of the state, the Barclays has it set up also that you have to be quarantined certain amount of hours and, you know, out of like direct contact from other people before even coming to a Barclays game. So I'm not sure if Kyrie is willing to go through that same type of protocol when it comes to isolation for the rest of the season.
He was doing that when he first got back. Remember, when he first got back, he had to quarantine twice as long as the rest of the teammates. Remember that?
No, yeah, but then the picture came out that he was out at a birthday party.
No, that birthday party wasn't during the quarantine. That was before he decided he wasn't gonna be there. Remember?
No, there was something that right when that came out that he was out partying or whatever, and he tested positive.
When he came back.
When he came back, he tested positive. Right when he came back, he tested positive, and there was a picture surfing that he was out.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's 100% facts.
I don't know if it's 100% facts, but he tested positive when he came back.
Because I remember as soon as he came back and he was legally allowed to play. He played.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. It needs to be fixed, but ultimately, it's the Barclays who's setting that precedent.
Listen, I ain't a Nets fan, so I don't care. For me, I'm like, oh well, good for you. You're locked. You can't play for your own home games.
No, but how it should have been handled, right? It should have been handled the way that Toronto was handling it. Toronto is not letting no players, if you're unvaccinated, regardless if you're visiting, nothing. You can't play if you're unvaccinated.
They're a complete lockdown.
Yeah.
They're in complete lockdown. I think there's one other team that is on lockdown like that too. I can't. Ain't the Warriors? Ain't the Warriors?
Yeah, but
the other team?
the Warriors and the Nets situation are almost identical. So the only other team that is like that we was just talking about is Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah. But like we ain't fans of either of them, so I don't give a fuck.
Yep. Facts.
Yeah.
I mean,
and either way, our Knicks fans can play. Our Knicks team can play in any stadium because we're all vaccinated, so it don't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on the game tonight, Kent?
All right, from the bits and pieces, like I said, I didn't watch the whole game. I kept tuning in, tuning out. I was in the middle of a 2K tournament, so I was trying to get that money. Salute.
Shout out to my man, Bo. What up, Bo? What up, Bo? My bro.
What's good?
Listen, I didn't think we were going to win this game because, let's be honest, the Grizzlies are one of the hottest teams.
Subscribe button, Bo. Hit that subscribe button, bro.
The Grizzlies are one of the hottest teams out right now. They torching people. Ja still looks like an MVP candidate for me. But when I tuned in and they had the lead, I was really proud, and they were fighting. And then next thing I know, we're blowing the lead, then we're down, and then Josh going off, and I'm like, oh, here we go, same old thing. And I just was just like, all right, I can't tune into this anymore. And I don't know, man. It's hard to watch a team like compete so hard, but don't know how to finish games. It's so hard watching a coach who doesn't have answers and a star player who just doesn't know anything. Like he goes. I don't know what to call it. It's just blind to the situation. So it's hard, man. For me,
we're playing like those Knicks teams that from about 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, that had Jamal Crawford, Zach Randolph, David Lee in the same lineup. That like we would start the game off slow, we would get down, we would come back, we would go up, and then in the last quarter we would lose the game.
See, if tanking was a good thing now, like if the tanking system wasn't a flat rate, like where you could lose it badly, I would say this would be like the greatest tank job ever.
Yeah.
Where it's like the perfect undercover tank. But the odds are against us. So I'm like, you can't even call it a tank job.
Yeah. Like if we're able to get into the spot where New Orleans and Memphis was a couple drafts ago, that way they were able to get higher up when it comes to like the first and second pick. If we could get into that range, I'll be good. Because if you have the worst 3 records, it's more of a guarantee that you're not going to get the top 3 pick if you're the bottom 3 teams.
Now my question is, if we're sitting, here's a question for everybody right now. If we're sitting at like number 7, what are you giving up to move up in that top 4? That's a good. Is that not a good question?
Is the top four? If somebody in the top 4 worth giving up that much for, or giving up something for?
Our point. I'm just saying. I think our point guard's sitting there in that top 4.
Is the top 4? Is the top 4 going to be? Is it going to be a game? Is this person going to be a game changer, a franchise changer? So you got to keep that in mind too. When you
I feel you on that. L. But here's the alternative. Are we trading Mitch and something else to go get Brunson, because that's what it's going to cost, or are we dropping a couple picks because that's what's going to cost to go get Malcolm Brogdon? So no matter what, we're going to have to play this game to go get our point guard. I'd rather do it through the draft and have a young guy with the rest of the young players.
I will be inclined to trade. My fault. I'll say it real quick. I'll be more inclined if, say, like we get the 6th pick, right? I would entertain trading the 6th pick and a couple more whatever other assets for Malcolm Brogdon.
So you would go Brogdon over drafting someone, moving up in the draft?
I like Brogdon.
When it comes, I'm not sure. Everyone loves Jaden Ivey. I like the kid Jaden Ivey. He's not a primary point guard, right? Like on Purdue, right? He's more of a 2 guard. He's more of a scorer. His IQ is phenomenal. Don't get me wrong when it comes to his basketball IQ, all that. But if he was running primarily the point guard position, cool. I'll entertain trying to trade up in order to get Jaden Ivey. But since I don't see that, and I know Malcolm Brogdon has an injury history, I'll be more on the risk to trading for Brogdon than trying to move up for Jaden Ivey. But I know if the Knicks trade for Brogdon, we're going to keep Randall and try to make that work. So I don't want that to happen.
And that's my reservations with Brogdon. Remember, for the last couple of years, I wanted Brogdon, but I'm so against getting Brogdon because for 2 reasons. We get Brogdon, that means 2 things are happening. Randall's staying and Tibbs are staying. And it also means our vets are staying because we're staying in win now mode. Let's not forget, Brogdon is closer to 30. I think he's 28 now. So you're getting a point guard who's more on line with Randall than RJ.
Mm-hmm.
So that means in what 3-4 years you're gonna have to go get another point guard to replace him. I'm just thinking younger.
That's not. You can't. That's not really true though. You can't really compare it as far as
he's turning 30 in December.
You see what Chris Paul is. I'm not saying Brogdon is Chris Paul, but you see how he's able to go over there and play with.
No. I get you,
Phoenix,
but
right?
I'm worried about he hasn't played. He hasn't been healthy in 2.5 seasons now. That's my thing. Like I don't think his body's gonna. If he keeps getting injured like this, I don't think his body's gonna hold out for RJ's long term.
Yeah, that's something different. You know what I mean? But as far as pairing him with RJ, a point guard is going to be a point guard. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't be a problem with pairing him with RJ. You know. So, but now his injuries, that's something different. But to go back to the Dallas thing, if you say we could do a sign and trade with Dallas, right? And it came to me real quick when I was watching Dallas. Dinwiddie comes off the bench, right?
Yep.
So they don't really have a spot for him. So they'll be willing to unload him. They'll be willing to take back Fournier in the deal.
I'm not sure
they'll be willing
Dinwiddie.
to take back. Just trust me. They'll be willing to take back Fournier.
No, but I'm not sure.
Shades
about
of a different
bro.
color would take back. They would take back Fournier.
He was a toxic.
On that
he was
team.
a toxic and mess in Washington. He had,
but his
dudes in
contract is not as big
Washington
as Fournier. His contract is not as big as Fournier.
If it comes that we trade him and then we trade for Spencer Dinwiddie and then we immediately ship him out of here for something
not
else,
just Spencer
cool
Dinwiddie.
with
I'm
that.
saying about doing the sign and trade and getting Brunson on our team, but we got to take back Dinwiddie along with him.
I think Dinwiddie's
a problem.
I think Dinwiddie's their insurance plan if they lose Brunson. That's what they brought him in for, as being insurance.
I don't see him as an insurance. I just say they was able to unload Porzingis' ass, and they was willing to take back anything they could have, anything they could have got.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
anything.
with the situation with Porzingis, you get whatever.
Anything.
I think the Knicks we dodged a good one when it came to this KP situation. We dodged one. Because these last few years, KP has only played a handful of games, been injured, hasn't been able to get it rolling. Max money, he's getting paid more than what Julius Randle is scheduled to get paid within the next few years. We dodged a big one when it came to KP.
Yo, heck, the crazy part is when you look at KP when he healthy, the boy can ball.
Oh yeah,
the
boy can ball. Phenomenal. Inside, outside, off the dribble,
phenomenal.
Plays defense.
Yeah.
Just can't stay healthy. Just can't stay healthy.
Shout out to Greg Pop. He just broke the record.
Oh, shout out Mike Woodson and the Indiana Hoosiers.
Shout out Woody. Shout out Popovich.
Yeah, Pop just broke the record. It just popped up on my phone. Shout out to Pop.
Yeah, shout out to Pop. Shout out to Popovich for that.
Most winningest coach in NBA history.
Yeah, he gonna retire next year.
Yeah,
I don't see why not, man. I think he achieved what he needed to.
And you gotta be like how he is and how Don Nelson was. You gotta be like them guys, lifers. You gotta be like lifers.
Culture setters.
I think that's what Tibbs wanted to be. He wanted to be like that.
But as you can see in the NBA, coaches, they do move around.
Pop also evolved. He evolved as a coach throughout the years. So I think that's the biggest thing that I give Pop.
Yo, did he really evolve, Kid, or did he make other teams evolve around what he was doing?
What do you mean?
Because he kept it simple. It was always fundamentals.
It was always fundamentals, but I'm saying
know what I mean?
No matter what players he got, he made them fit to their best of what they do best. Like, think about it. They went and got DeRozan, and they were like, all right, we're going to be we're going to be a shooting team around a mid-range player. They went and got Aldridge, and they're like, yo, we're going to post up more. Even though post up wasn't it's not the thing anymore. They still did it, but they put shooters around him. So he evolved. Like, that's the thing that I got so upset about Tibbs this year. It's like, yo, you got so many different types of players. Why are you just modeling your offense to one? And like my man Hard Will said, he saw from the very beginning, like put the ball in RJ's hands and the offense is different. And that's what happened. The offense changed. He was forced to do it. It wasn't like it was his plan to do it.
Yeah, it didn't come natural. You know, it didn't come like, oh, this is the right move to make. Oh, this is what I'm seeing. Like, wow, that looks good. When he does that, that looks good on the floor. It wasn't none of that. It was by default. By default, you know. Even tonight, they didn't run too many plays for RJ, but it was cool tonight. It was cool. Randall was doing this thing. It was the guy still came with a lot of energy, so it was cool. You know what I mean? RJ, he still had
RJ had 23.
Still had 23.
But even on even on his bad nights now, we can expect him to crack 20. Like before, if last year RJ cracked 20 points, it's a good game, no matter what, you know. But now he's cracking 23, and this is one of his bad games.
Yeah, it's a bad game, right? 9 for 25, 7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Y'all heard about Rose?
Nah, what's the update? Give us the update.
Oh, you talk about
the infection. It's still there. They're still waiting for it to clear out. Yeah.
Sit him down. Sit him down. I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to those type of infections, it could easily lead to MRSA or any type of blood infection. Sit him down. Let him rest up. Do not even let him come to the games. And I just read about Deion Sanders had to get two of his toes
amputated.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because he had that surgery, and then in the surgery got infected. It got infected.
What's good, fat boy? See my cuz Meg in the building. What's up, fat boy?
And then they said Grimes gets evaluated next week.
Hopefully he good.
But they were talking. I was watching what's his name, Into the Knicks verse. And they were talking about how they're worried, and I felt them on that. They were worried that if he gets cleared too early, Tibbs probably might throw him back in the lineup and try to give him the same amount of minutes.
I'll be worried
and
about
they were like,
that
nah.
too.
They're like, nah, just sit, rest.
Yeah, shout out to George from Into the Knicks verse. Shout out to Keys from him and Foxy over there. I'm spacing out real quick. Jesus Christ, what's the channel's name?
Into the Knicks first.
Sports Vibe TV. No, Sports Vibe TV with Keith and Foxy. Yeah, sorry. Spaced out real quick. That's what happens when the Knicks do it to me like that on a Friday night.
And look at the numbers. Look at the numbers outside. Like Randall had 36. He shot 11 of 27, right? 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Mitch Robinson, 16 and 10. I should say 10 and 16, 10 points, 16 rebounds. Burks had a good game. He was 6 of 11. He had 18, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Fournier, numbers-wise, he had a good game. He was 3 for 8 from the field. 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists from Fournier. RJ, 9 for 25. But he did give you 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 23 points.
He should have been to the foul line more.
The problem is we got really nothing from the bench.
What happened to Quick?
3 of 8, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. So numbers-wise, he played a good game. You know, we didn't get nothing from the bench.
Sims, nothing.
Nah, Sims was in foul trouble. He had a few solid defensive possession. McBride solid defensively, but on the offense, he's not looking for his shot.
I think plays for him.
But I think
the other night.
No. But I think even when he gets the ball, he's quick to pass it up because he doesn't want to do some shit to make Tibbs take him out the game.
Facts.
Because they got him playing off the ball. That's not what he does. He don't play off the ball. So they got him playing off the ball. And when he's off the ball, it's like he's in the passing position of that play. to pass to the next person. Like having Mitch come up there. You know, when Mitch get the ball at the top of the key, what he's going to do? He's going to pass the ball. So,
but I think the other reason, like Heck is saying, they're purposely playing him with IQ to not have him on the ball. Like they're basically, I think Tibbs is trying to teach him how to play without the ball. Because the way I'm watching him, I'm literally watching like him looking to get the ball, and then he runs away from it because he doesn't want Tibbs to say something. Mm-hmm. I think they're purposely trying to teach him how to. Because think about it, in the G League, they run through him. The ball's in his hands. He's calling out the plays. He's running the offense. I think they're trying to teach him how to play off ball, and they're trying to teach quickly how to play on ball. And I don't know. I don't know if you want to tinker with a guy. What a guy does best so much, because look what it did to Burks. Forcing Burks to play so many different roles, it's kind of killed what Burks does best, and that's instant offense, get you buckets, be your clutch player. Think how many shots do you watch now Burks can't even hit anymore, and they're his shots.
Seems like he's second guessing himself.
Everybody looks like they're second guessing themselves. Everybody looks ran down.
Lately they've been playing all right though. The ball, quick decisions. They've been making quick decisions. It's up into that fourth quarter when you need to really have control of the game, is where we really lose control of the game. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, he's been making quick decisions with the ball. The guys have, you know what I mean? And the results has been positive. So, I mean, if we get some kind of point guard.
Can I ask you a question? Since you got the numbers near you, what was the minutes distribution? Real quick for
the minutes it was a lot because you ain't had no bench. So 40 for Randall, 34 for Mitch, 35 for Burks, 29 for Fournier, 40 for Barrett. So, and then you got 31 from IQ. So he pretty much just gulped up the whole bench minutes. And then you got 15 from Taj, 6 from Sims, and 11 from McBride. So IQ pretty much just got all the bench minutes.
So, fourth quarter rundown again. Guys are getting ran down. We're getting run down.
Hold on. Let me see something real quick.
It felt weird watching this game because it felt like everybody played the entire game.
Yeah, it did. Yo, Heck, it's funny to see that shit, right? Because I'm looking at the game and I'm like, shit, he got them out there too long. It's like the whole third quarter I'm like, when you gonna sub them out? I'm like, when you gonna sub them out?
It's like they got their rest in the second quarter. Fucking Tibbs was like, nah, you guys got it.
Third quarter, he left them all out there. He was
take some Gatorade.
Forced to take Mitch out. And it was like, right? And think about it, when Mitch picked up his fourth foul, right? It was like 5 minutes left in the third. Mitch would have been out the game already, right or wrong, kid. And I'm like, what is he doing out there? Okay, he picked up his fourth foul. It's his time to go to the bench anyway, right? That's his time. He should have went to the bench. What is he doing out there? And then you need
the minutes aren't staggered right. We've been saying that. They're not staggered right. Like, I get that we don't have enough guys left, but you still have players. Stagger them. I'm sorry. If you're going to sign this guy for the rest of the season and he's supposed to be a 3-point shooter, why is Archer Naga, whatever his name is, Ryan, ain't getting some dummy minutes just to give some guy a breather? Just have him out there.
Tibbs have a problem with short point guards. That's what it is. He doesn't like short point guards.
But Ryan's not a point guard. He's a 2 guard. And
Ryan. I thought he was a point guard. Ryan, the Archer, whatever the fuck his name is. I thought he was a point guard.
I think he's a 2 guard.
Nah, he's a point guard. If I'm not mistaken.
You listen to the play-by-play, right? I'm gonna pick the play-by-play up at with the score 99-89 with 10:44 left in the fourth, right? So it comes off of IQ. He makes 2 free throws, so it's 99-89, right? Then they come down. Jackson, He makes a 3, right? So it's 99-92. Alex Burks misses, come down the court. He misses. Mitch grabbed the rebound. He turns it over. Todd end up fouling, right? Memphis comes down, the same score for a while, almost another minute. John Morant, he hits a 3, 99-94, right? Same score for a while. Knicks turn the ball over. RJ comes back in the game. Personal foul. Then Memphis get the ball. Homeboy drives. When he drives to the lane, he makes it 99-96, right? Come down, Alex Burks. He makes a shot after some time left. So we got 101-96 with 7:37 left. From that point on, the Knicks, let me see something. So we did have the lead. IQ made the 3, 104-102. And then from that point on, Memphis went on like a 7-0 run from that point on. We pretty much sealed the game, and we was playing catch up from that point on. Turnovers. I think we had like 18 turnovers, right? What was that turnovers for tonight? Oh,
your man Burks was a minus 11.
We had 16. We had 16 turnovers today. 10 turnovers. But points over turnovers wasn't bad. We almost had the same amount. They had 17. We had 16 points over turnover. So, But points in the paint, they killed us. 72-52 points in the paint for them. Jeez.
Also, too, I want to give a shout out real quick. If you guys aren't tuned into the Crew League, it's like an independent amateur basketball league that's going on. Chris Brown
that's a celebrity league.
Yeah, celebrity league that it's like, you'll have one celebrity, then like his crew. They have YKL Osiris there. There's a bunch of guys there. So, if you guys get a chance, go on YouTube the Crew League. Have a good time. Watch it. It's very entertaining, and it's competition. They got some ballers out there.
Yes, they do.
They got some
last
ballers
year
out there.
ended up being Party. I think it was Party versus Chris Brown for the finals.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Y'all wouldn't believe this. The Knicks actually out-rebounded Memphis by 1.
Makes sense. When you got Mitch.
Yeah, but when they out-rebounded us when it counted the most in the fourth quarter. See, quarter 1 through 3, we was kind of getting them second opportunities, but then they kind of got us in that fourth quarter.
Isn't it the fourth quarter when Jaren Jackson kind of went off?
Oh, you muted, Al. You muted.
He played the good game. He only had 13 points, so he played the good game.
What was his boards? How many boards did he have?
He only had 4 rebounds. He played a good defensive game. As far as like block
Bryant
shots,
is a PG. I know he's a hustle guy. That's
as
it.
Far as like his block shots was key blocks at key moments in the game. But for the most part, Randall pretty much dominated him. 30-13. Randall just dominated him all the way around. He kept him in foul trouble. We had 5 fouls. Randall did too. He ended up with 5 fouls, but it wasn't in parts to Jaren Jackson. He was 4 of 9, 2 of 4 from the 3-point range, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Yeah, he got outplayed tonight, but he came up and he helped his team win. So I guess I'll take them numbers if my team gonna win. Shit.
Yeah,
facts.
I'll take that too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You guys gonna Are you guys gonna talk about the Deshaun Watson joint today?
Go ahead, talk about it. We can talk about it right now. The Knicks is so much that we could talk about on the Knicks without sounding repetitive and shit like that. So one of the topics that we put in the thumbnail was the NFL and the NFL free agency and stuff. So yeah, perfect segue to the Deshaun Watson. Talk about it, what it could lead to, his trade, and how could it affect the rest of the quarterbacks.
So I don't know if everybody knows, Deshaun Watson had 2 different court dates today. The major one was the criminal cases. He had 10 criminal cases on him, and he won all 10. So Deshaun Watson's not looking at doing any serious prison time, being convicted of any prison time. The grand jury found him. They dropped all the charges on him, but he still faces a mass amount of his civil cases, which he's going to court to. I think next week that he starts beginning some of the proceedings for the civil cases. He won a couple of them today, and he still has got a whole bunch left. It was 22 different women. Like I said, criminal case wise, he beat 10 of the women that had criminal cases against him. He still has a bunch of civil cases to going ahead. But the good thing about it for him is, now that the criminal part is done, it's easier for them to kind of figure out his value and be able to move him. Because a lot of teams are more worried about him going to prison than anything, because they're like, if we trade for him, is this guy gonna get locked up as soon as we get him? But now that they know that he's not gonna get locked up, he's actually able to get traded. The NFL still has an investigation against him. They're not gonna conclude it until all his cases are done. So he's still getting paid by the NFL, but he's still waiting to get his sentence from the NFL.
Yeah, and just like Nick Nack said, the NFL, even though criminal charges have been dismissed and all that or whatever, the NFL could still impose a suspension if they feel like is deemed necessary.
Yep,
crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's a shame nobody gave that man a job.
Well, he's gonna get one. He's gonna get one now, but when it comes to the quarterback situation,
he got paid.
Right, he got paid. He's gonna get traded to a new team. That situation in Houston is over. There's no way that they can fix that relationship. I feel, and they're going to try to look.
Not with the owner's best friends with the lawyer that's trying to do him in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even.
Can't win that part,
the
bro.
Lead prosecutor, yeah.
The lead prosecutor is the owner's best friend.
Hey, well, now to be back with baseball, what big name free agents is out there that's still on the board?
We still got Carlos Correa still out there, the shortstop from the Houston Astros. Freddie Freeman, who was a long-time Atlanta Brave first baseman, just helped them win the World Series. Those are the two big fish. They got some people signed today. Carlos Rondon, who was a pitcher that I wanted the Yankees to go after. He signed with the San Francisco Giants. Some minor deals here or there, but these next few days, the free agency period is going to hit hard with baseball because they only have a couple days or a week to get rosters finalized for spring trading. So tonight and tomorrow is going to be crazy when it comes to free agency stuff. If you guys follow me on Instagram, Project Nerd HQ on Instagram, I may go live on my Instagram just to talk baseball shit or whatever. But yeah, MLB free agency. When it comes to the Yankees, I do not want the Yankees to try to get Carlos Correa. I know he's a superstar athlete, top shortstop in the league, but Carlos Correa and Aaron Judge, they are not friends. It will literally be the Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez drama saga 2.0 back in the Bronx, and I don't want that.
Hey, if you want to call it, they want to chip. If you want to call that drama and saga, I'll take that all day. But they sure enough ain't let they ball that they play. So I'll take it. Now, just because they wasn't going hanging out after the club, after the game, you know what I mean? Because A-Rod was trying to cramp Jeter style, going to the poker games, putting them on blast. He's making it hot. Like, yo, Jeter, like, yo, come on, man. Yo, I've been doing all this shit out here. I've been under the radar, going to the poker games, strip clubs. Here you come. You want to be all in the video, all on the song, So, but hey, we end up getting a championship. So, I take that. I take that drama if it's going to lead to a championship.
Hey, one thing I can tell you right now, right? I know hindsight is 50-50. Everybody say that or whatever, but I'll tell you this right now. If the Yankees didn't trade for Alex Rodriguez, right, in 2004, the Yankees would have signed Carlos Beltran in 2005, and we would have got more World Series with Carlos Beltran than that one we got with Alex Rodriguez.
How you figure that?
Because Carlos Beltran is a postseason player. Look at his numbers in the playoffs. Alex Rodriguez only had one good playoff series, and that was in 2009. The money, half of the money that we spent on A-Rod would have been Carlos Beltran's contract.
Man, you can't say that, man. You can't say that. A lot of things going to play. A-Rod wasn't the reason why we lost him, why we wasn't winning. When we did win, we had a lot of things to go along with that. We've got CeCe Sebastian, Mark Teixeira. You had a lot of things.
No, I'm talking about when A-Rod was here before 2009. In the 2005 postseason, Alex Rodriguez was a 6 hitter because he was so bad. 2007, it was the same thing. 2008, we didn't even make the playoffs because of our team in the situation. So I feel that the team would have been more balanced if we would have not traded for A-Rod.
A-Rod got an MVP, right?
Huh?
A-Rod got an MVP as a Yankee, right?
Yeah.
Carlos Beltran would have never got an MVP as a Yankee.
He definitely
Carlos Beltran didn't get an MVP. He didn't even get an MVP as a Met. Heck, don't compare no Carlos Beltran no A-Rod. How dare you? Shame on you for that, man. Shame on you for that.
A-Rod's a bum who took steroids. A-Rod took steroids.
Shame on you for that.
A-Rod took steroids.
Shame on you. Carlos
A-Rod
Beltran
was a drama queen. Carlos Beltran was a way better player in his prime than A-Rod. You can look at the numbers.
Carlos Beltran is a bum.
Carlos Beltran got more gold gloves than Alex Rodriguez. Carlos Beltran got more gold gloves.
He's the same one that was up there with the bat on his shoulder, called strike 3. That's the same player. And you talk about him.
Who's this? Who's running up the first baseline, smacking the ball out of?
Who cares?
Are you serious? You gonna bring up Carlos Beltran striking out, but A-Rod slapping the ball out of somebody's hand in the playoffs.
Somebody smacked the ball out of somebody's hand. So what?
Come on, bro.
Like, you see basketball players do it all the time. Who cares?
But it's basketball, not baseball.
Who cares?
You don't do that in
Beltran
baseball.
is not in the same category as A-Rod. Come on, Hank.
Bro.
Come on,
A-Rod's a bum.
Come on, Hank.
A-Rod took steroids. Carlos Beltran got more gold gloves.
Man.
Carlos Beltran got more stolen bases. Carlos Beltran postseason numbers are better than A-Rod. Come on. Carlos Beltran has a
yo, Ken, do anybody even bring up Carlos Beltran's name amongst the great players?
Hey, I don't know baseball. I'm just laughing at y'all.
Do you even know who Carlos Beltran is?
I heard the name.
You heard the name, but you know who A-Rod is, though, right?
But you know of A-Rod because of the drama. You don't know A-Rod because of the playoff.
A-Rod was A-Rod winning MVP.
I know A-Rod was a Yankee.
A-Rod with the Yankees. A-Rod with the Yankees was never the same A-Rod like he was with Texas or with Seattle. He never put up those same numbers he put when he was in Texas and Seattle with the Yankees.
He was younger with them teams too, though. Heck, you gotta look at all that. You gotta remember, them guys been playing baseball their whole entire lives.
We traded for him when he was 27.
You consider like
he was 27 when we got him. He was 27 when we got him. He went from 55 home runs to 36 because he couldn't.
Still got
34 home runs because he couldn't handle the pressure.
Yankees, dog.
Because it's New York. That's why he got the MVP.
Because he was the best player that year.
No, he wasn't.
Heck, he was the best player. Carlos Beltran. Don't ever mention Carlos Beltran's name.
I could go in 2007 and find you a better player than Alex Rodriguez right now.
Wow. For my wrestling fans,
do not mention Carlos Beltran name with A-Rod.
For my wrestling fans, there was a major injury that happened tonight. To some cat named Young to some cat named Big E. He broke his neck.
No, that's the shit that I didn't fucking know. I got a notification on my phone.
Big E was hospitalized and says that he broke his neck during SmackDown.
Oh my god,
who's that?
I don't know who Big E is because I'm kind of out of tune with wrestling lately.
That's the guy. Big E's part of the New Day.
I think Heck knows more about him than I do. So I just know he's hurt.
Damn. Oh man, it's the top vertebrae. Oh my god, no. But you gotta understand, if you get any injury that goes to your L1 to L2 in that area, it's not good.
Is that paralyzing or is that just
that's paralyzation. Anything that happens in your L1 to L2.
Ooh. Prayers up to him and his family, because that's something serious. Because I remember when I was a kid and I watched when we watched Owen Hart die right there on TV. I'll never forget that. And that rope snapping. Anybody else remember that?
Yeah.
Him coming down on that zip line.
Yeah.
And the zip line snapped and he landed right on the post and snapped his neck.
And they just cut the pay-per-view right then and there.
Yep.
They literally cut the pay-per-view right then and there. Jesus Christ. Thanks for the breaking news. It's not anything, we want, but man, thoughts and prayers to Big E, bro.
Now he said he has retained all feeling and movement in his limbs.
Oh, I have hold on, I have a video from him right now. And he
feels fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. That's a good thing.
Okay, here's a video from him right now.
I'm gonna be all right. I'll be good. Don't worry. Go to sleep. Don't worry about old me.
Yeah, sorry, Big E. I'm gonna worry. This is pretty upsetting. So, was carried out on a stretcher, and then he posted this video on his Twitter a little while later.
I can't thank all of you beautiful people enough for all of your concern and your messages. It's very heartwarming. I can move all my digits. You see that? That's nice. That's always a good thing. Strength feels fine, but unfortunately, right now, they tell me my neck is broken. So there's that. But once again, thank you, everybody. I'm going to be all right. I'll be good. Don't worry. Go to sleep. Don't worry about old me. But for real, thank you. And
what kind of fake shit is it? Wrestling is fake, man.
Hey, first of all, if he broke his neck,
I'm only
the best, playing. Bro.
Yeah, we wish you the best. I'm only having a look, making some light.
Having a positive attitude.
Apparently he's all right though, but yeah, that's good though.
Ooh wee.
God.
And it's surprising you don't have more neck injuries than what you in wrestling. You know what I mean? Even though it is fake.
A lot of it's because of the.
It's not
fake.
It's not fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. Let me kick you in the chest. That's not fake.
A lot of it is how you catch the guy. Because like
I understand that.
Like the remember the tombstone? If he doesn't hold your head between his legs, it breaks your neck. That's the reason why he always held. What
about the what's that? The DDT or the power driver?
Mm-hmm.
So,
no, that's what he's talking about. Tombstone.
Oh, the tombstone.
Tombstone power driver.
Yeah. The power driver.
Yeah,
See, that's how long I ain't watch wrestling, Kent. Where you call it the tombstone. I remember the days of the power driver.
Well, the Undertaker's move was called the
full
tombstone.
Nelson.
Yeah.
The camel clutch.
Yeah, the camel
DDT.
Camel clutch was dangerous as hell, bro. I used to catch my brother with that.
Yeah, wrestling's not fake, bro. Stop saying that.
Wrestling's fake.
Man. But I'm glad that he's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad.
Like I said,
just making some.
We're making light of the situation, but it's a beautiful thing that he's okay. Just like kind of like what's his name? The Steelers player. He wasn't supposed to walk or function at all, and he's
the Jets
Scherzer.
player. The Jets
What's his name? Ryan Scherzer. Is that his name? Ryan Shazar, you know what I'm talking about? The Steeler guy who got hit and was paralyzed, and now he's up and walking, and he's talking to everybody. It's Ryan something. I can't remember what his name is. I think it's Shazer or something like that.
It's not fake, Al.
It's like Carlos Beltran numbers. Fake. Carlos Beltran and A-Rod. And A-Rod. I pray nobody please.
Any implement
I hope,
provided by
man.
the crowd.
This is not fake, bro.
The ring and fight anywhere on the farm, including the
It's
parking
not
lot.
fake, bro.
And the match
Carlos
ends when the
Beltran
wrestler
and
is
A-Rod.
pinned down for the count of 3. If you lose once,
Carlos Beltran's better than
I
A-Rod.
would never ever take Barry Bonds numbers away from him. I would never ever do that. I would never ever take Barry Bonds numbers away from him.
I'm not trying to take nobody's numbers away from you.
Nah, you trying to make steroids. You said steroids with A-Rod. And even though Barry Bonds
took steroids,
even though
Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer. Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before he took steroids.
A-Rod was too.
A-Rod came into the league taking steroids. There's a difference. There's a difference. A-Rod came into the league taking steroids. Barry Bonds was already a Hall of Famer in Pittsburgh before he started taking steroids. There's a difference. You know there's a difference. You know there's a difference, Al. You know there's a difference.
Oh, you say something, Hank? Oh,
okay. All right. Okay.
My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
All
My
right.
bad.
Okay.
My bad. My bad.
All right. All right.
I hate my brother
Carlos
right
Beltran.
Carlos Beltran's better than A-Rod. I stand by that. You tell me right now. You tell me right now. When in that stretch, right, from 2004, right, before 2009, in that stretch, what was the one position that the Yankees was hurting on? The one position that they were hurting on.
Say that again.
From 2004, right, to 2008, right before we won that World Series in 2009. What was the one positional rise that the Yankees was hurting at?
Position? Shit,
What position that
it wasn't third base, I could tell you that.
It was center field.
It wasn't third base, I could tell you that.
It was center field. We had Bernie Williams, old ass in center field. We had Kenny Lofton's old ass in center field. We went and got Johnny Damon's corny ass
category.
Oh, you're out of here. Oh man.
The overall numbers don't even have him up there with A-Rod. Where you at, Hank? What are you talking about?
Oh my God. Do you know Carlos Beltran's numbers? Or are you just talking out?
Where's A-Rod? Tell me where A-Rod is at.
I'll tell you right now, Carlos Beltran's numbers.
Is he above A-Rod?
Pardon me?
Is he above A-Rod?
Never said he was.
And A-Rod's still the dude who got suspended for a whole year, right?
Because of what?
It doesn't matter. He still lost the whole year of not playing, right? That's what I'm saying, right?
Because
still lost the whole year of not playing.
Why he got suspended?
It's like when Jordan went out and he went to go play baseball for 2 years. So you lose being able to build your stats, and his stats are still better than Carlos Beltran's.
His stats may be better than Carlos Beltran. I'm not saying his stats aren't better than Carlos Beltran. But Carlos Beltran is an overall better player. Carlos Beltran is an overall better player. Carlos Beltran got more gold gloves.
Plays the outfield. He plays the outfield for crying out loud. That is not the toughest position on the baseball field.
The center field is not center field. Center field
playing the third base, which is the toughest position on the field.
The toughest position on the field is shortstop. The toughest position on the field is shortstop. Then it's center field. When you're building a team, you build shorts. You build up the middle.
Do you know the shortstop plays behind the third baseman, right? So he has the ball slows down faster.
The shortstop doesn't play behind.
The ball slows down when you line up. He's not lined up. The third baseman is always going to be lined up with the back. Yeah. The shortstop is always going to be lined up behind him if you're on the floor. I play both the positions. Heck, I play shortstop and third.
But who has to be responsible for more of the field? The shortstop has to cover more of the field than the third baseman does.
covering in the toughest position. When that ball coming out fast, you gotta be able to react. Heck, you got less time to react on that third base.
Bro, the shortstop has more position that
You
they're
have less
responsible
time
for.
to react. That's why they call it the hot corner. I didn't make that up. That's been made up before. That's always been what it is. Heck, that's
because
the hot corner. Heck,
it's called the hot corner because majority.
Because the ball comes out, you have less time to react to the ball.
No. It's called the hot corner because majority of hitters are right-handed and they pull the ball. Yeah. So
and
if it was flip,
faster,
but if it was flip flop, and majority of hitters was left-handed, the first base would be the hot corner. But it's not.
It comes out faster. Third base.
Shortstop has more of a responsibility and more. They have to cover more on the diamond than the third baseman does.
They have to cover more. They have more range. They have more range to cover than third base do. You know what I mean? Because they got to cover from second. They got to cover from behind second to where they're at on their position. So in a kind of sense, it equals out to where third base he has to cover to over there shortstop because he could kind of cover the range. There's plenty of times where they crisscross each other. Heck, I played third base and shortstop. Heck, so I had this conversation all night. But
no, what I was saying is. From 2004 to 2008, the number one position that the Yankees was lacking in was center field.
Right? You could take
center field. He played center field. He plays center field. You can't put A-Rod in center field.
Put him out.
You can't. You cannot put A-Rod in center field. You know why? A-Rod was horrible on the pop-ups. A-Rod was horrible on pop-ups. He was horrible going backwards on pop-ups.
A-Rod always had a shorty that would distract him anytime a pop-up would come.
Yeah, get the fuck out!
Hey, A-Rod. Go, hey, A-Rod.
That's how I know you just talking shit.
He go like this. He go, oh.
Yo, Will, you there, bro? Help me out, bro. L's off the blue bottle.
No. Nobody's going to help you out on this one. I'm sorry. Carlos Beltran is not better than A-Rod. Heck, I'm sorry, bro. Now, if you want to say Mike Trout, guys like that, now you cooking with hot grease. But Carlos Beltran
is a better overall player than Alex Rodriguez was in his prime.
Nothing in his career, nothing that he done suggests that.
Are you serious? Do you not do you remember that 2004 playoff series he had? Carlos Beltran had?
He got a championship?
They went to the championship.
Did he get a championship?
No, he didn't get to the championship.
Oh, okay, thank you. But in 2009, A-Rod contribute, and was a key contributor to the Yankees winning the championship. If it wasn't for Hideki Matsui,
who's the MVP? I was just about to say who's the MVP? He would not have gotten the MVP.
Oh yeah. What you mean?
No, he wouldn't have.
Everybody knew that.
Mariano was the runner up to the MVP.
That's a safe one. No.
Mariano was the runner up to the MVP because he had 4 save opportunities and he locked in all 4 save opportunities. Mariano was runner up.
What was A-Rod numbers in the World Series?
A-Rod hit under 200. A-Rod was hard. A-Rod had 2 home runs and hit under 250 in the World Series.
Yo, the numbers, everybody's numbers go down. It's all about key at bats.
Nah. Do you know what Beltran's postseason numbers was?
He got stuck with the bat on his shoulder. Strike 3. He got rang up.
Hey, can't do it all on your own.
Like this headset.
Can't do it all on your own.
And it wasn't bases loaded. He got up in the same situation you always dream about as a player. When you playing baseball, we all have them dreams. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, 3-2.
It wasn't a strike that the umpire
3-2 count.
It wasn't a strike. It was a ball. You could look back. You could look at the pitch right now.
You go through the moments. You even go through the moments when you're playing a video game. You go through the moments over and over and over again. He left the bat on his shoulder. He didn't even swing. A-Rod would have swung.
You know what A-Rod did?
Swung late. Even if he would have swung late, he would have swung.
You know what A-Rod did?
What?
A-Rod smacked the ball out of somebody's hand and tried to play it off like he didn't do it. Is that your king? Is that your king?
Man.
Oh man. What time? What time you trying to run till, bro? Because I'm getting a little tired. I'm not going to even lie.
Time shit. We can wrap it up now. Shit, we ain't saying nothing.
Will, you there, bro?
We'll probably fell asleep.
You all
right?
Yeah, I'm here. I ain't sleep. I'm listening.
No.
He hearing us talking bullshit. That's what it is.
Nah, the show must go on.
That's right, bro.
Wait, Al, did you watch Peacock? Did you watch Bel Air? Did you watch Bel Air?
The last episode. I'm caught up.
You caught up?
I'm caught up on Snowfall. Matter of fact, I'm about to go watch Snowfall right now. The last episode.
I didn't know Snowfall was the Rick Ross story. I didn't know that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, but that's what people say. That's what allegedly. That's why they said the first 3 seasons is good because that's the whole Rick Ross story, and after that they ain't have shit to write about, so they just making random shit up.
No, it was only them seasons. This is only the 4th season.
No, it's season 5, I think, right? It's season 5.
Nah, because the pandemic has shut it down.
Okay.
It was season 1 was like when they first got introduced to. By the time it was like him getting introduced to the game, he was already selling weed. Then he started selling coke, and then they had got introduced to crack. The RZA had
allegedly,
right. And then season 2, they kind of started moving. And then season 3, you saw like they had the money burning and shit like that. One was like the cocaine, one was the money burning. Last season was the gold because they was way beyond the money. So, and then this season they got they got the real estate.
Yeah, it looked good.
Got the real estate.
It looks good.
Their season, this is all right. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, that's the show that I'm gonna have to binge watch.
And they bring ATL back, but ATL is not being shot in Atlanta. It's being shot in overseas somewhere.
Because it's cheaper to do it that way, which is unfortunate.
It's cheaper to do it that way, but they make it to where as they take a road trip or something like that, so they actually leave Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. Well, NFL free agency is out there. The Knicks they play against Sunday at 1:00 against the Nets. People are saying that may be the game that Ben Simmons makes his season debut. Let's see.
They
Hopefully
at the Garden or they in
for
Brooklyn?
us. I think they're at the Garden. So hopefully we can have that nice little treat for Monday, right? Right.
Yeah, they might pull it off. They might pull that off. Because you won't have Kyrie playing. Kyrie won't play. So they might be able to pull that off.
All right.
They might be able to pull that off. You know what I mean? I hope that not Durant. I hope that Randall don't let Durant get into his head where he try to go 1-on-1.
Oh, he is.
So
he is. Randall's gonna fuck up. I can expect that. Randall's gonna fuck up. But anything else, fellas, before we dip out?
Nah, that's it. That's it for us.
All right. My bro Will, much love and prayers go to you and your family as you guys navigate this situation, as you guys been navigating this. I love my guy.
Appreciate it. You already know, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Prayers out to the fam, bro.
Great show, y'all. You already know,
definitely.
I wish the Knicks could have won, man. I really did wish the Knicks could have won, man.
Yeah. Shut up, my dog. I gotta take him out. But like me and my bro Will, we always end the show.
They played good, hard. They played good tonight. I thought they really played good. I thought they had the energy was good.
Stop falling for it, L. Stop falling for it, L. It's the catfish move.
I just thought the energy was there. I just thought they even when they didn't know where they was going in the fourth quarter, the energy still was there, and that's what I like to see. Just keep playing. Yeah,
it's fugazi.
It could be fugazi, it could be whatever, but yeah, just keep playing. Play hard, play. I know y'all be discombobulated in the fourth, but just keep playing because you never know what's the outcome gonna be. And they kept playing.
Yeah.
So
hopefully Sunday we have a good game. That way Monday we can come back with some energy, right? But bros, enjoy your weekend. L, enjoy your weekend. Will, have a safe trip back to New York. And like we always end the show, my guy,
I have given it much thought. It seems disaster must come. At best,
Carlos
only
Beltran
postponed.
is way better than A-Rod.
Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Bullshit. Ooh,
We must expand, get more pupils,
Excuse me. Sorry,
so that
ladies and gentlemen.
the knowledge will spread.